we can start already the session.
Okay.
Let me go live. Yes, I have given live, Ruchi.
Okay. So, Namaste, Masters. Welcome to yet another session on Autobiography of a Yogi. And today is day 16, part 16 of the book session. And as always, let's bow to the Divine Mother, to Paramahansa Yogananda ji and his lineage of Gurus, Mahavatar Babaji, Lahiri Mahasaya ji, Swami Sri Yukteswar ji. So, Masters, we have been talking about the life of Lahiri Mahasaya, and we have been listening about the healing stories done by the great Guru Lahiri Mahasaya. So, would anyone like to share just very briefly, maybe in 2-3 lines, on what we discussed in the last session so that we continue our session from there? Any one of you can unmute yourself and please go ahead. Okay. Okay, so no worries. In the last session, Masters, we discussed about the life of Lahiri Mahasaya and how Lahiri Mahasaya's wife, Kashi Muni, she narrated two beautiful incidents and she shared on how she became a disciple of the great Guru Lahiri Mahasaya. So how her husband, he changed into her Guru. That in the last session. And we also learned about the healing stories of disciples of Lahiri Mahasaya. We learned 2 stories about the life of Abhoya and also with another woman disciple. And today, Masters, we will continue learning about yet another miraculous story. And this story is related to how Lahiri Mahasaya, he resurrected one of his disciple from death. Death which is pronounced something as final. We know that when we say somebody is dead, then it is final, nothing can be done. But we will learn about how the grace of the great Guru Lahiri Mahasaya, how his glory, it shined upon his disciple Rama and he was brought back to death. And yes, definitely, we would also learn about the life of the great Swami, Trailanga Swami, who was a very close friend of the great Guru, Lahiri Mahasaya. So let's start our session with the healing story of Rama. So I will share my screen with you all. Yes. So I hope you're able to see my screen. Yeah. So Masters, now Swami Sri Yukteswar ji, he had a very close friend whose name was Rama. And Sri Yukteswar ji and Rama, they were like childhood buddies. When we are children and when we have a buddy with us, then we spend a lot of time with that friend of ours and we share everything of ours with that one friend. And so Swami Sri Yukteswar ji's childhood buddy was Rama. And they were inseparable. And Rama was also a disciple of the great Guru, Lahiri Mahasaya. But Rama, he was shy and he was reclusive. So he used to visit his Guru, Lahiri Mahasaya ji, not in the daytime, but in the night time when not much people were there with Lahiri Mahasaya. So now what happened one day that Rama, he was put to a very severe and a sudden test. So Rama, he contracted the deadly Asiatic cholera. So we have learned, so many times that so many people, they used to contract this deadly Asiatic cholera. And this disease was quite prevalent in those times. And this disease, it had no cure. And we also learned how the young boy Kashi, he contracted this deadly Asiatic cholera, because of which he lost his life. And even Yogananda, he contracted the deadly Asiatic cholera not once, but twice. Once when he was a young child and he was saved by the picture of Lahiri Mahasya. And the second time, Yogananda, he was saved from this deadly disease with the grace of his own Guru, Swami Sri Yukteswarji. So now coming back to Rama. So Rama, he contracted this deadly Asiatic cholera, and now doctors were called. And the doctors said that Rama's case is hopeless, that Rama cannot survive beyond an hour or two, and nothing can be done now. So it's clear that he would be leaving his physical body, because now his condition is beyond hope. Now, after hearing these words, Swami Sri Yukteswarji, he became very devastated, and he immediately went to his guru's place, Lahiri Mahasya, and he told that Rama's condition is very bad. You please save the life of Rama. And now Swami Sri Yukteswarji, now Lahiri Mahasya ji, he said to Swami Sri Yukteswarji that Rama will be well. You don't need to worry. And then Swami Sri Yukteswarji went back to Rama. But then when he went back to Rama's place, then Rama was lifeless. He was not breathing at all. He was lying on his deathbed. And now, when Swami Sri Yukteswarji, he witnessed this condition of Rama, then again he went to Lahiri Mahasya. And now Lahiri Mahasya ji, he asked Rama. Yes. Now Lahiri Mahasya ji, he asked Swami Sri Yukteswarji that how is Rama doing? And Swami Sri Yukteswarji, he was overwhelmed with emotions, and with tears in his eyes, he said that you will know this in some time when you see Rama's dead body. So Swami Sri Yukteswarji was very disturbed. And Lahiri Mahasya ji, he just said to Swami Sri Yukteswarji that you please sit in meditation. And Lahiri Mahasya also sat in meditation. And the moment Lahiri Mahasya ji sat in meditation, he went into the state of Samadhi. And Swami Sri Yukteswarji, whose mind is disturbed, whose mind is agitated, obviously he's finding difficult to meditate when his friend is dead. And now the night passed, and now it's dawn, it's the wee hours of the morning. And when Lahiri Mahasya ji, he came out from his state of Samadhi and looked at Swami Sri Yukteswarji, he said that I see you are still disturbed. Why did you explain yesterday that you expect me to give Rama tangible aid in the form of some medicine? So Lahiri Mahasya, he pointed out to a lamp that was placed nearby, and he said that you take some oil. So there was some crude castor oil in the lamp. So he said that you take some oil from this lamp and you pour 7 drops of this oil into the mouth of Rama. And now Swami Sri Yukteswarji, he said that Rama is now dead. Now how will this castor oil help? It is of no use now. And Lahiri Mahasya ji said, no, you please still take this oil and do as I said. And then Swami Sri Yukteswarji again went to Rama's place and he poured the drops, he with his fingers, he opened the mouth of Rama and he started pouring in drop by drop this castor oil. And the moment the 7th drop went into Rama's lips, Rama, he woke up. He began to shiver violently. And just then he said that in that very moment he saw the form of the great Guru Lahiri Mahasya. It appeared in dazzling light. And this form of Lahiri Mahasya said to Rama that you at once come to my place along with Swami Sri Yukteswarji. So, Masters, Rama, who had been lying on his deathbed, whose condition was hopeless, whose body had no energy whatsoever, and how all of a sudden he got up from death, he got that energy into his body that he is now walking into his Guru's place, Lahiri Mahasya, all by his own self. And Swami Sri Yukteswarji, who was witnessing all of this, he was astonished. He couldn't believe what he's seeing. And now they reached their Guru's place, Lahiri Mahasya, and Rama, on seeing Lahiri Mahasya with tears in his eyes, with tears of joy, with tears of gratitude, he touched the feet of Lahiri Mahasya for saving his life. And at that moment, Lahiri Mahasya, he said such beautiful and such powerful words to Swami Sri Yukteswarji. He said, "There always know that the omnipotent Paramatma can heal anyone, doctor or no doctor." So, Masters, these words, they're so beautiful. And what I'll just repeat them again, that always know that the omnipotent Paramatma, the divine, can heal anyone, doctor or no doctor. So, Masters, oftentimes, we have seen that the doctors, they say that the surgery went well, everything went as per planned, and everything went beautifully, the surgery went beautifully. But then after some time, what they give the news that the patient, surprisingly, he is no more. Even though everything went as per plan, the surgery was successful. But then, we hear that the patient couldn't survive. And we also have heard about cases that the doctors say that this is the hopeless case. We have performed the surgery. That also didn't work. There is no hope. Now only the divine can heal because we do not have anything in our hands. We couldn't do anything because the case is only hopeless. And, miraculously, we hear that the patient survived. So, how is this all happening? This is all happening because the healing is not in the hands of doctors. The doctors are just doing their treatment. But if the patient will survive or not, whether the patient will heal or not, that is in the hands of omnipotent Paramatma. That is in the hands of that divine. So, in the case of Rama, the doctors had very clearly pronounced that Rama would not be able to survive, that it is just a matter of an hour or two. But Lahiri Mahasya ji said that it is the divine that heals. Even if the doctors have pronounced him dead, that is immaterial. And now, listening to these words, Swami Sri Yukteswarji, he realized his mistake of not believing the words of his Guru Lahiri Mahasya, because Lahiri Mahasya had twice said him that Rama shall be well, and he didn't believe. And then he said that I know now that your simple word is binding on the whole cosmos, meaning that if his Guru has said some words, then the entire universe has to abide by those words. Now Swami Sri Yukteswarji, he realized the power of the words said by his Guru. And now, this story, it was being narrated by Swami Sri Yukteswarji to disciples, to Yogananda. And then, when everyone was hearing the story, then one of the disciple, he asked Swami Sri Yukteswarji that why did your Guru send castor oil? When he knew that the healing will take place, that Rama shall be well, then why did your Guru send castor oil? And then Swami Sri Yukteswarji, he lovingly explained to the disciple that giving this castor oil has no specific significance. Since Swami Sri Yukteswarji, he didn't believe the words of Lahiri Mahasya, because we as human beings, we have a tendency to believe and to have our faith and trust in only those things which our five physical senses can perceive, can touch, can hold in our hands. But since the words which were said by his Guru, the words we cannot perceive, we cannot touch, we cannot hold, they are not tangible. And Lahiri Mahasya ji, he realized that Swami Sri Yukteswar ji is finding very hard to believe, to have faith, to have trust in his words. And therefore, he told him that you please take the oil of this lamp. Even I have a lamp burning behind me. So Lahiri Mahasya, he pointed to just the nearby lamp. The lamp was nearby him. So he pointed out to the lamp that you take this oil and you please pour in the drops of this castor oil to Rama's mouth. So Sri Yukteswar ji added that Lahiri Mahasya ji, he allowed Rama to die because Swami Sri Yukteswar ji, he did not trusted the words and he doubted the words of Lahiri Mahasya. But he knew that the divine Guru knew that Rama shall be well, that Lahiri Mahasya knew that Rama shall be well, and that healing shall surely take place, even if it meant bringing Rama back from death which is pronounced something as final. So, masters, it reflects that even death doesn't has this power to prevent the words of such a great Guru Lahiri Mahasya from coming true. This is such a big thing. And, while I was just last night, I was reading these words, my body started shaking when I read these words. These are such powerful words. So, masters, this was the story of Rama, how Rama was brought back from death by his Guru Lahiri Mahasya. And then Lahiri Mahasya ji, he said a very, very interesting thing to Swami Sri Yukteswar ji. He said that about 50 years after my passing, an account of my life will be written because of deep interest in yoga that will arise in the West. So what he's saying that after 50 years, I leave my body. An account of my life will be written because of deep interest in yoga. And by yoga, it is not the Hatha Yoga. Hatha Yoga is just one aspect of the Ashtanga Yoga, of the 8 aspects of yoga. Yoga here is the union of self, union of the Jivatma with the Paramatma. So, union of self with the divine. So, masters, exactly this happened. Lahiri Mahasya ji, he left his physical body in the year 1895. And exactly after 50 years, an account of his life was written in the year 1945, which we are reading today through the book Autobiography of a Yogi, which Master Paramahansa Yogananda ji wrote. So, Masters, Lahiri Mahasya ji was such a great, great guru that he could see not just the past, present, and the immediate future, but he knew exactly, precisely what will happen 50 years after his passing. So, Masters, I will just like to add here that Patriji, Patriji, when he had a walk-in experience, and there were 3 masters to facilitate this walk-in experience. So one of the master out of those 3 masters was Lahiri Mahasya. So I just thought of it here. So, Masters, this is about Lahiri Mahasya Ji, and we are not yet done learning about the great Guru Lahiri Mahasya. We still have to learn about what happened in the life of Lahiri Mahasya, that Lahiri Mahasya, who was leading his life as an ideal householder, he was married, he had 5 children. In the book, it is mentioned 4, but Lahiri Mahasya Ji had 5 children. So he was working as an accountant. So, what happened that from leading his ideal life of a householder, he transformed into a God realized person, into a divine realized person? We will also learn about that in the coming sessions. And now is the time to learn about so, Masters, Trailanga Swami, he was a very good friend of Lahiri Mahasya. And Trailanga Swami, he was known to live for more than 300 years. And often Lahiri Mahasya Ji and Trailanga Swami, they used to meditate together. They used to spend a lot of time together. And on many occasions, people had seen Trailanga Swami float on the water, drink the most poisonous, drink most deadly poison, and still Trailanga Swami, he did not have any ill effect on the body. And Trailanga Swami, he used to sit on the top of the water for days altogether. He used to remain hidden under the water for long periods of time under the waves. So, Masters, now why did Trilanga Swami, he used to perform such incredible feats? What was the need? So, by these incredible feats, Trilanga Swami, he sought to teach people, to tell people that that human life is not dependent upon oxygen, that human life is not dependent upon certain conditions or precautions. We as human beings, we think that we need air to breathe, we need food to survive, we need people to support us. But, when we listen about these great stories from these saints, we know that our life is not dependent upon food, air, water. We have this misconception that if we stop breathing, then we will die. No, the air doesn't sustain us. It is the prana. Prana, we often mistake believing that the air that we breathe is prana. So prana is different from air. So Trailanga Swami, he said that he sought to teach people that one can live with the divine consciousness. That if one has the divine consciousness, then one doesn't need to depend upon any external thing. And even death could not touch Trailanga Swami, and that is how he lived for more than 300 years. And the remarkable thing about Trailanga Swami is that although he was great spiritually, but there were also certain things which were great about him physically. And that was that Trilanga Swami used to eat very less. For prolonged periods of time, he used to observe fast. And then also his weight, it kept on increasing 1 pound, which is around 450 grams every year. So Trilanga Swami, he used to weigh around 300 pounds, which is 136 kilograms. So every year his weight kept on increasing 1 pound without him taking food for prolonged periods of time. And since his weight, you know, his weight increased. So the mystery, why did it happen? It still remains. And now another thing about Trailanga Swami is that he used to remain completely nude. And he did not used to wear anything. And Even the lion cloth, which is used to cover the bare essentials, even he used to not have that on his body. So it wasn't that Trilanga Swami was consciously avoiding the clothes. He was unconscious about his nudity. Just like a child, he is unconscious about his nudity. In the similar manner, Trilanga Swami was also completely unconscious about his nudity. But the police in those times, that was very much conscious of his nudity. And that is the reason that the police used to catch Trailanga Swami and put him behind the prison cell. And although the prison cell was securely locked, but still Trailanga Swami used to come out of that prison, and the police again was intrigued. It had no idea on how this used to happen. So the police, it kept many guards in front of Trailanga Swami's prison cell. And in spite of the prison cell being heavily guarded and in spite of it being securely locked, Trailanga Swami was often seen sitting on the roof of the prison cell. So, Masters, there are many, many peculiar things about Trailanga Swami. And Trailanga Swami, he also used to remain in silence. That is, he used to maintain mauna for prolonged periods of time. And we know that he ate occasionally and he used to go without food. And after maintaining having a fast for a long time, he used to open his fast with a pot full of clabbered milk. And clabbered milk is sour milk. It is a kind of buttermilk. So he used to generally open his fast with drinking a pot full of clabbered milk. So now what happened was that there was a skeptic. He used to doubt the spiritual powers and the spiritual knowledge of Trailanga Swami. And he thought that Trailanga Swami is a fraudster, he's a charlatan who, falsely he's claiming that he has spiritual powers, he has spiritual knowledge where he has none. So he thought that, okay, I will now bring this truth out in front of everyone that he's a fraudster. So what did this skeptic do? He had a bucket full of calcium lime mixture. And this mixture of calcium lime is used for whitewashing. And it is highly poisonous. And it creates immediately when you drink this mixture, it creates a burning fire sensation in the stomach. And when this bucket full of calcium lime mixture was presented to Trailanga Swami, then he unhesitatingly he drank till the last drop of this burning calcium lime mixture. And what happened next was that instead of something happening to Trailanga Swami, the evildoer, the one who had conspired all this, he fell to the ground in pain and he started crying in pain that, Master, I am on fire. Please forgive me for my wicked test. And at that time, the great Trailanga Swami, he broke his habitual silence and said that you did not realize that when you offered this poison to me, so this poison, it worked on your body instead. Why? Because he said to that evildoer, because you didn't realize that my body is one with you. So what Trailanga Swami meant was that Trailanga Swami, he used to live in the oneness consciousness. Trailanga Swami, he was connected with every speck of creation by the divine. So the whole cosmos is created by the divine, and Trailanga Swami was one with the entire cosmos. So in this way, he was also one with that evildoer. So that is the reason why Trailanga Swami, who lived with the divine consciousness, that poison didn't work on him, but instead it created an instant boomerang. The law of karma worked instantaneously, and the evildoer, he reaped the effect of his bad action immediately. He didn't even have to wait for the law of karma to take place. Instantly, it happened. So, friends, great masters like Trailanga, Lanka, Swami, they have They have awakened from this dream of illusion. And what is illusion? This physical life that we are living is just a dream, it is an illusion. And we live in a way that everything that is happening, we get attached to the ups, we get attached to the downs of life, and that is how we suffer. But Trailanga Swami, he lived from this reality, from understanding this reality that this entire life is nothing but just a cosmic play, and this whole cosmos is nothing but energy. And even now, the scientists have believed that matter is nothing but energy. And we have this human body, which is also a condensed form of that energy. So, Masters, now Trailanga Swami, he was also a disciple of the great Guru Lahiri Mahasya. And he often used to visit Lahiri Mahasya's place in Banaras. So now there was one disciple of Trailanga Swami. He asked Trailanga Swami that you are such a great saint. You have lived for more than 300 years and you have such great powers and knowledge. Then why do you still pay so much of respect to a householder like Lahiri Mahasya? Lahiri Mahasya, he is leading a worldly life. He is married, he has children, he has a job. But you are leading a monastic life. You have such tremendous power. Everyone knows that. Look at your age. Then why do you still pay so much of and reverence to film? And now the answer that Trilanga Swami gave, again, Masters, is so very profound and deep. He said that I got this divine realization. I got this God realization by renouncing everything of the world. So he said that I did not embrace any of the worldly thing. I led a monastic life. I led an ascetic life. I even renounced my clothes. I even renounced the lion cloth, which is there to cover the bare essentials of the body. Even I renounced that lion cloth so that I don't develop a desire for clothes. So he said, I desired everything. And then I attained that God realization. Then I attained that divine realization. But Lahiri Mahasya, on the other hand, he embraced everything of the world. But still, he didn't let any of the worldly thing affect his consciousness. So, Trilanga Swami, he said that what we need to renounce is not the worldly things, but we need to renounce is the ego consciousness, the I consciousness. And when we do that, then the God realization is natural to happen. Then it is bound to happen. So, Masters, we have learned so many things. And I will be session with the full sharing that has now in which says that don't take life so seriously. Everything here is nothing more than God's motion picture. We are the players. We must play our parts well, but we must not identify ourselves too intensely with the drama. Meditation shows us the way to this inner freedom. It is the only way by which we can realize that this world is a dream, that the Lord has created the entire cosmos out of his thought. So, though he created this dream earth, he has also shown us the way to get out of it by way of meditation. So, Masters, like we have seen so many references in this book that lay utmost significance to meditation. So, We know that meditation is the only way with which we realize the ultimate truth of life. Meditation is the only way through which we connect to ourselves. Meditation is the only way through which we get answers to our life's questions. Meditation is the only way with which we realize that this world is nothing but an illusion. It is just like a motion picture, just like in a movie. All the actors, they play their part, and once the movie is done, then they come into another movie with another part. So they don't get attached to any of the part that they play. And how do we get this? How do we start living from this reality? We will get that energy, we will get that understanding and that realization how life has to be lived by doing meditation. So, Masters, this was it for today. And since we have learned so much through the life of Lahiri Mahasaya, so let's pay our gratitude and reverence to the great Guru Lahiri Mahasaya. We will hear a cosmic chant and, let's look at the picture of Lahiri Mahasaya. And we know that Lahiri Mahasaya's picture, this is the only picture. And can anyone tell me that what did Lahiri Mahasaya said about this picture? If anyone, just unmute yourself and share. Lahiri Mahasaya said something very peculiar about this picture.
There are no pictures of him. This is the one he gave permission to take.
Yes. Vindhyaji, yes, this is the only picture of Lahiri Mahasaya ever being taken with the due permission of Lahiri Mahasaya, yes. But he said something about this picture. Okay, so Lahiri Mahasaya ji said that if you deem this picture as protection, if you deem it as protection, then it is protection. But if you deem it as picture, then it is only a picture. And that is how this picture of Lahiri Mahasaya, it saved the life of Yogananda. Why? Because when we put our faith, when we put our trust into something, then it changes something into us which gets us the healing. So it is just a matter of how we perceive things. So, Masters, when I play the cosmic chant, please look at the picture of Lahiri Mahasaya for some time and then feel the love, feel the joy when you look at this picture, and you may then close your eyes whenever you feel like closing your eyes and behold this image of Lahiri Mahasaya into your spiritual eye, into your third eye, Masters.
Lahiri Mahasaya, come to me, oh come to me. Lahiri Mahasaya, come to me, oh come to me. to me, oh come to me. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name and get all drunk with thy name. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name and get all drunk with thy name. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name and get all drunk with thy name. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Lahiri Mahashaya, come to me, oh come to me. Lahiri Mahashaya, come to me, oh come to me. Lahiri Mahashaya, come to me, oh come to me. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name and get all drunk with thy name. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name and get all drunk with thy name. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name and get all drunk with thy name.
Gently opening your eyes, masters. And if you would like to share your experiences or your thoughts or anything, you're most welcome to do so, masters. Yes, Nilima, please go ahead.
I was waiting actually for others to speak because my thing also in the end have an announcement included as well. So first of all, lots of thanks, Ruchi. You know, you connect with the divinity and you share the wisdom to us. And we have seen the wonders in many sessions. But you know, as a persons, we always think that we are testing and we don't believe. But when we think, even the great gurus like Tekshwargi, everyone goes through the same process. And with their experiences and with the trust, they start to believe. So now in the end, when you said like, just like gaze into the picture of Lahiri Mahasaya, I just only felt like we are all the same. We are no longer separated. We are here for a purpose. So I was just contemplating that everyone is just the same. It's just that we have to connect to that divinity inside us, and with just a simple thought, we are already there. And miracles happen for those only who believe in it. Then it's no longer a miracle, it's just a journey for us. And thank you so much. And very happy to hear Trailanga Swami, because since couple of days, I have been hearing about, you know, like when we are in silence, what is happening. And this is like he doesn't eat anything, but yet there was also so many things and he keeps floating in the water, right? Yeah, and when we know about all those things, this is not some stories of like, let's say, like 1,000 years ago or something. It's just happened like couple of years ago. And we all have to understand that understanding, learning from every yogi is something that is an awakening inside us. And coming back to this, when you are mentioning about um, how he ate occasionally and how he was in silence mostly, I would like to announce everyone, masters, that every one of you know that we have posted this also on the Beam platform. We have like a self-healing online retreat, which is going to start from tomorrow by Master Pradeep Vijay. Hope every one of you know the man who does not need any introduction. So it was all about the first 2 days. You will get to know the same aspects. And the first time that he's also doing an online retreat for the 7 continuous days. And the first 2 days are mandatory to join masters, because in the first 2 days, you will get to know all the details about the program. So what we are learning here in these sessions is the time for us to implement. So that is going to happen in the retreat. And let us all join for that, and let us make fully utilize of these sorts of retreats, masters. I will be sharing the details once again on Beam platform tomorrow as well. So it starts at, let me just see, it starts at 1:30 p.m. UK time and 2:30 p.m. Germany time and 6:30 p.m. 7 p.m. India time and 7:30 a.m. CST. So thanks a lot. Thank you so much, Ruchi. This is why I was like, when you're mentioning everything, okay, Ruchi already got the pulse of, okay. So it's the time for us to implement. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you so much for reminding that. I started doing Pradeepji's earlier silence online. I had missed, but I have the recording. So thank you for reminding that stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ruchi. This is Indira here. I look forward for Friday sessions. I really love the way you share and with that emotions as well. I feel like Paramahansa Yogananda's story is like an encyclopedia of spirituality. I mean, so many points we can learn from every single story. When you are mentioning about Larry Masai, reassuring about Rama, Swami Rama, in my thoughts, I was just getting these words about Trikarana Shuddhi, where you think and the thought is your word and the action. So there is no difference between the thought, word, and action. That's where these masters are in that zone. That's why whatever they say, it just happens. And you're right, by meditation we can be in that zone, at least connecting for some time with that masters. I mean, I can see a lot of changes in my life as well. I mean, I work as a GP. I mean we do. Sometimes I feel like leaving this because I don't want to prescribe antibiotics. I don't want to do stuff, but obviously we have to follow the guidelines and do stuff. And even about other thing. I mean, usually Fridays I work late, so I will be either driving or I will be just looking, and I will be meditating, saying that let me get some free time so that I can meditate, I can listen to you. I really love the way you share and you explain, and it's a profound knowledge if we want to take it. So thank you, honestly, a lot of gratitude to you. And Nilima, the way you explain and you concise and you give some more examples, it's wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Where are you from, Indra ji?
I am in Wolverhampton, UK.
Okay, you're in UK. Okay, great. So
And
that
by the way, your voice is so sweet, beautiful.
Okay, I guess I have been given this voice by the divine so that I can use this voice to convey the message of the divine to all of you.
Actually, thanks a lot, Indraji, for reminding. I was also about to ask in the end when you played this chant, Ruchi, I'm like about to ask, is it the one you who sang this one?
No, no. No, unfortunately not.
I don't
You
feel any
thought it was
difference.
your voice. I was very sure it was your voice. No, it's so sweet, just like that.
But that's so sweet of you to think that way, that it's my voice.
But I don't see any difference.
Thank you. I take it as a compliment. And thank you, Indiraji, for such a wonderful sharing and for connecting so deeply with this book. And you rightly said that this book and so many other books that have been written by Master Paramahansa Yogananda, they, each word from that book, it has such a deeper meaning. And if we start living by just few lines which are mentioned in any book of his, then our life would be completely transformed and we would actually know what the true meaning and what the true purpose of life is. Yes, thank you, Indraji, so much. And Sunita ji, yes, please go ahead. You have been wanting to say since
Thank you.
quite some time now.
Thank you, Master Ruchi. It's a wonderful session. You reminded me my so long back memories. I was from Varanasi. Presently, I am in Delhi, but before 10 years, I'm born and brought up in Varanasi, and I visited Master Lahari Mahashay house and Taling Swami temple so many times and feel the energies at there. It's really wonderful energies at there, and there is so many stories about Talang Swami in Varanasi. They are very famous. Matlab, means ki everyone who lives in that lane, matlab, there is a very Varanasi is situated in very narrow lanes. So the people knows about him so well, and I am also feeling so much connected, and you bring my old memories. And so many thanks. And also I did Kriya Yoga for 1 year at there in that time. And every Sunday we chant and pray and meditate with the group. And when the Lari Mahashay's birthday, we all went there at his home and chant and meditated there, and prasad vitran and all these things also happened there. So it's very wonderful to listen about all these things in this group. And thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sunita ji, for sharing in your experience. And that is so wonderful that you got this opportunity of meditating in the house of Lahiri Mahasyaji's in
Yes.
Varanasi. Wow, that is so great. I thought that house is now closed and nobody is allowed to enter there, but people are
Yeah.
allowed to enter.
Only on his birthday.
Okay.
People went there and bhog, arti, prasada, these rituals people did there.
Mhm.
And, Lahari Mahashay house is also in Sonarpura area, Madanpura and Sonarpura area in Varanasi. So that was a Bengalis and Muslim area.
Okay.
So, but nowadays, what is actually, I also don't know, because I am in Delhi since last 10 years. But Varanasi is also a miraculous place. So many masters are there.
Right.
wonderful energies are there.
Yes. Yes, so
Thank you.
thank you so much for sharing this and for getting in your beautiful energies.
And
And
also,
yes,
in that time, I read Paramahansa Yogananda book, Yogi Kathamrit. And I also feel very connected with Paramahansa Yogananda and Lahari Mahasaya. And I read so many books at that time about Kriya Yoga also. And this prayer, which it is really, I also think it's your voice. It's very similar with your voice. And everybody guessed these things. So it was really chanting was really beautiful. Thank you so much, Masters. Thank you. Wonderful session.
thank you.
Sunita ji, are you joining like today only, or have you joined before for these sessions on Fridays?
Before some time, I joined mostly in Pavniji's sessions.
But for Autobiography of a Yogi, this is the first session that you're joining, right?
Yes.
See, everything fall in its own place.
Yes.
We can see that clearly.
Yes, right. You all are very wonderful masters. Very true energies.
We are all, Sunita ji. We are all.
Thank you.
Yes, so I'm reading all the beautiful messages. Thank you, Vindhya ji, Shri Kala ji, Surekha ji, Sabita ji, Jaswinder ji, Indrani ji, Sunita ji. Thank you all for your warm wishes. So we start with the meditation then.
Yeah, just I'll stop the live. So, Masters, we request for the ones who are on live, we are going to stop it and we request you to join on Zoom so that we'll do the meditation now. So, thanks a lot, Masters. Only for the ones who are on YouTube. So, I'll be stopping the live now.